a job.
I have a job. I raise my own food and I raise pigs and I'm part of
Have I
a
told you
rotational village.
get a job?
I quit my job.
He quit his
Get a
job.
job.
He's taken the job of stepping away and withdrawing his power from the man.
That's
So he
right.
quit his job.
Move your money.
He's the real revolution.
So you quit your job to come down here and do this? What was your job?
I worked in a restaurant,
Doing what?
waiting tables.
And when did you quit? Maybe.
In the first couple of weeks that we were down here. So
Are you actually camping out, or do you just come day
No,
to day?
I live up in Harlem, so for the first few weeks I was here every day, and now I'm organizing up in Harlem with some
You
other
are?
folks. Yeah. Last time
What
we
are
had
you
our first
organizing?
Well, it's more of like a community group based on, the same concerns as Occupy Wall Street, and we're trying to instill a similar process of horizontal democracy. But it's a little different because they're trying to embed it in the community.
So when you first came down here, when you still had your job, what would you say made you decide it was the right moment to get rid of your job and do this?
Well, the waiting tables kind of thing was just a temporary
What would
issue
you
to make money. So
What would you have done before?
I have a master's from NYU in global affairs, so I'm like a social science person. And I'm actually, at the time, was trying to work to go abroad and do like nonprofit work, which I still will eventually, but this is the type of stuff I'm interested in. I'm big into the flaws in the global economic system, which is sort of what I study. So, and everything that entails. So I think it's all connected: human rights, environment, government, everything else.
You get a
So
job.
when this happened, it was sort of a no-brainer in a a way. Just had to figure out how I can survive with no money.
And how can you survive with no money?
So far,
well, you
just,
get free food.
Free food, and I'm just riding out some savings I had. So
That's great.
Figure it out.
It's really amazing.
Working on a book and writing and trying to do stuff like that.
So do you attend a lot of the meetings?
Down here, I do whenever I come down. I go to the GAs, of course, and then I work sometimes with facilitation and direct action, whoever. But I've been uptown mostly for the last couple of weeks, so I'm a little out of the loop as far as that goes.
Are they going to call themselves Occupy, or?
Well, there is a group that's calling themselves Occupy Harlem. The people that we talk to in our group are sensitive to that name.
They're sensitive, meaning what?
A lot of people
they don't want to be
feel that
associated.
Occupy is more like the protest element, and they feel, the land of America has been occupied. So, and I think also when you go into a community setting, a lot of people feel is that it is their community and they live there, so they're not necessarily occupying it.
Right.
Here, we're actually physically occupying some space. So it makes sense. I think they're more along the lines of like a 99% movement theme, or we haven't nailed down the sort of title.
But they're interested in that. What do you call that kind of
horizontal
very horizontal? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we're putting it out there. We're going to see what the reception is. I mean, obviously people like the idea of having an equal voice, and this is one way to do it.
It's so messy.
It's messy.
And time consuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
how do you get around that?
I haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah.
But I think people have the capability to, like even here we started with a certain process and it's developing over time. Instituting the Spokes Council, I think tonight is the first night.
Really? Tell me about it. What's happening
here?
Yeah.
I'm probably not the best person to speak to on that, but it's a way to make decisions for, I think they're focused on mostly for the things that affect directly the occupiers and working groups versus the GA, because it is sloppy and anybody can block things. So it's a way to, I guess, maybe focus more on the decision-making process. It doesn't replace the GA. It just.
Where is this going to happen?
I think it's going to happen here.
Right here.
The Spokes Council?
Spokes Council?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about it?
I was never a fan of it. I thought it was just a talk, but then you actually make decisions. They make decisions. So no, I don't follow that. I never followed the GA either.
No.
No, I did it 2 times and I was like, no, this ain't good.
I'm curious to see what it's about.